Thank you all for coming out tonight to see my presentation on the problem of stratification. So most of you are probably thinking, what is stratification? Stratification is probably best explained through using, everyone knows about the pyramid. So you've got your most powerful person at the top, the most powerful and wealthy people at the very top of the pyramid, and then you've got at the lower parts, the middle parts of the pyramid, you know, sort of like the middle class, the people that are earning decent wages, and then you've got the poor people, the peasants back in the Egyptian days, where they're just hardly making it, they're just trying to survive, and they're at the very bottom of the pyramid. Okay? And so the upper class is considered the top 1% of the society, and they're considered to be the leisure class, and they usually don't even have to work. They just pay their CEOs millions of dollars to run their companies, and they don't do anything wrong but make a lot of money, and they own almost all of America. All right, and then there's essentially the rest of us, the middle class and the working class and the poor. So in here in the middle class there's teachers and doctors and surgeons, and the middle class has a huge variety of different occupations. And in here we have somebody in the middle, we have people in the middle class, and we have people in the working class right here. Taylor is a teacher, my mom's a principal, so they're considered middle class. They have white collar jobs, and that's basically the middle class. And blue collar jobs would be considered the working class, like me, I'm a firefighter. We're hands-on, and we morely do physical labor than using our education and our brains to do our jobs. And then you have the poor, where some of the poor, well, probably the majority of the poor are working, and they're trying to make ends meet. They might, for a household of four, the income is $24,000, no more than $24,000 to live on for poor people, and to support your kids on that is definitely a struggle if you made that amount of money, but people do it. And then some people don't even work, and they still somehow survive, but barely. So here we have the rich, which is the top 1% here, of course. And then we've got some of the poorest people here. Some of the more poor people here, just trying to make it work. They've got their kids, and they're trying to find food, trying to survive, basic needs, the very basic needs of humanity. Okay. Now, you've got Bernie Sanders. He says, in the wealthiest nation in the history of the world, the top 0.1% should not own almost half, or as much as the top 90%. So he's saying here that there's obviously a problem whenever the top 1% owns as much as the bottom 90% put together. There's got to be a problem there. Okay, so basically here they did a study where they got a lot of people's opinions to see. There's about $56 trillion dispersed amongst the whole entire United States, and they asked all these people, you know, how much do you think the poor people make? How much do the middle class make? How much do the rich make? And how much do the wealthy and the top 1% make? And this is what the survey conducted. This is what people thought was what was going on. And this is even far above the ideal. The ideal, people really thought the poor had a little bit more, and the middle class a little bit more, rich a little bit more, the wealthy a little bit less. Was the ideal, you know, being dispersed a little bit better while not being anywhere near equal, because you have to work to live that American dream. You have to work hard, and that's why they established this. And then I'm going to show the actual disbursement of all the money, all that $56 trillion that is in America. So that's the disbursement of the money in America. Okay, so there's poor people that don't have any money here. Then they have a little bit of money, up to 30%. And then here's the working class here. The working class is just above the poverty line, just above it. In the middle class, I mean, you've got doctors and surgeons up in this area, lawyers, hardly having any money, the smartest people, with the most advanced minds and the highest amounts of education, and they are in this general location right here, making $300,000 maybe, around that range. And then you've got your business owners and bigger business owners, and then you've got the top 1% over here in the corner with more money than the bottom 90% of the rest of society. So, I don't even think I have to state the problem verbally. The problem you can see right here. So that's the top 1%. Has all the money, and the poor are just left hanging in the dry. So I'm sure maybe you developed some questions. So does anybody have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Got one?
So the top 1% is really that much above the poor, is what this chart is saying.
Yeah.
And that 7% line, is that that's the think? I just saw that word right there, the think. That's showing the chart that what people thought it was from your previous slide.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank y'all for viewing my PowerPoint, and I just wanted to inform y'all on stratification in America and the problems that you can see are obviously going on when one person or very few people have that kind of money, and then you have people here not even being able to feed their kids, and they're still working hard and trying to do everything they can do. So that is social stratification and inequality for you in America. Thank you.